I don't want my fishes getting crushed by falling rock. My sand is here. 120 pounds. This I'm also excited about. That screwdriver over here and this hammer, beautiful pink hammer. Very beautiful hammer here. That's gonna be painful. It's hard on the butt. I hang out like a little club. So fish is probably gonna be partying in there. What the? It looks so cool, man, swimming around in the coral. Wow, look at that. A bunch of clowns. We're just doing this as we go. It's a freestyle. And guess what I was doing? Guess what I was doing? Oh, I'm putting my body weight into the next one. Ugh. Anyways, that's where we're at right now. All right, we're back. And we got the RODI system just like we were supposed to. Got it yesterday, actually. I just didn't record yesterday, but that's the box over here. Box looks kind of ghetto, from being honest. But anyways, we saw this video on Amazon. If you haven't seen the last video that we posted talking about this and why I ordered this, you could go check that out. But it's here. The only thing is we're not going to be installing this today. So let me explain what my logic is. We need water at some point, but what is that point? Obviously, if we don't have the aquascape done, what are we gonna put water into? We need the aquascape, we need to put the sand in, and then the sand, we also gotta wash the sand. The best practice to wash the sand is with the RODI water. So I feel like the RODI water, we could probably do that after we do the aquascape. I feel like the aquascape is probably one of the most grueling things, and that's because it's really subjective. I've seen a lot of people just sit there for hours, keep staring at the rock and just not know how to do it, because once you do it, it's kind of done, especially if you're gluing it like I am. I don't want to, like, I've seen some videos where people just nudge the rocks onto each other and they feel kind of stable and they just leave them. I don't want my fishes getting crushed by falling rock, okay? Like, we're not trying to do landslides, rock slides, and like, this isn't the Himalayas, all right? The fishes don't need to live in the Himalayas. We're gonna glue it down and we're gonna put the rock, I've decided, because I've seen two things you could do. Either you could put the rock onto the sand itself, or you could put it onto the glass. So I'm gonna put it onto the glass, so we're gonna do the aquascape first. But before we even do the aquascape, what are we missing? All right, so I did some measuring over here just to confirm, even though I already know the dimensions of the tank, but the plan is to leave about 2.5 to 3 inches on the back, on the side, in the front, everywhere, so that there's a little space for obviously flow from the power heads, but also for vacuuming and cleaning whenever we're gonna be cleaning up the tank later on, so that there's space to get into there. So that's kind of the plan. So I'm gonna be setting this up on a table because I don't wanna be sitting on the floor, all right? I wanna be sitting on the floor for a couple of hours doing this stuff. That's gonna be painful. It's hard on the butt. Actually, I had to call a couple of friends over to help me. So my boys over here are basically gonna be helping us do the aquascape. And they actually are the ones who helped me come up with this brilliant idea. We took the table, got 2 cardboard boxes, taped them together over here with the duct tape. Then I got some painter's tape, and I basically mapped out the area that I'm gonna be working within. This box, this green box over here with the X in it, that box is actually not the size of the aquarium, it's slightly smaller. I've opened up the boxes and I've separated all the pieces. So I've got everything together now. This is all the rock over here. See, open the box. This is the rock over here, and this stuff over here. So now, what I've done is the 5 pieces that are sitting over here on this table, these are flat pieces. So like this piece, for example, is actually, it has 2 flat sides. But then like this one is just flat, 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 and flat. This one's actually cool because this is like, not only is it flat, but it's got a little height to it as well, which is kind of cool. The other ones are just kind of, you know, they kind of just sit as a nice base. So think of something cool to do, but my mind automatically goes to, you know, if we've got 5 pieces over here, that means, you know, 2 pieces and 2 pieces can create like some sort of an arch somehow. Like, let's say there's some sort of an arch over there, and then maybe like some sort of an arch over there, and then maybe like this in the middle that has an arch going that way and this way. This I'm also excited about. So when I was opening this up, got these three pieces that have like a circle opening inside of them. This one, yeah, these are just cool, man. Got those without even intending to have those, which is fantastic. So now the hard part, I gotta start thinking about this and figuring out how it's all gonna come together. But first, my sand is here. 120 pounds. 120 pounds. Sand is loaded. Might as well check out some fishes while we're here. Colors, looks amazing. Look at this little guy. Look at this little guy. What's up, man? Yeah. This guy just disappeared. Oh, there he is. There he is. What's up, bud? That is so beautiful. Wow. So nice. Alright, time to feed these guys. Eat up. What the? Just get half my finger in his nose. Hey, buddy. Poor guy came to say hello. What's up? Alright, I'm gonna follow you this time. It looks so cool, man, swimming around in the coral. Wow, look at that. So nice. So nice. This thing is gigantic, dude. It's like almost a foot long. I don't know if you can tell in the camera. Southern spot pufferfish. Damn, that's cool, man, with like the flat belly there. So nice. Clowns. Bunch of clowns. Is this a grouper? Comment below. So many little aquatic frogs. Little aquatic frogs. Got lipstick on, eh? Alright, alright. I like this one. White with the blue. This is a hot fish, man. Wow. Sailfin mollies. Tangerine sailfin mollies. Holy smokes. Onyx Picasso. Damn, that is hot, man. Even that looks so nice. Oh my gosh. These guys just want to get right into the camera, eh? Seahorses are so cool, man. But they're delicate as heck, I hear, too. Advanced. Comment below. Should we do this one day? Seahorse tank? Wow. Alright, man, this is where we're at. So we got the sand. Unfortunately, what happened was when I was loading this stuff up into the car, I was throwing the bags, and then I don't know where that rip happened from, but when I threw the bag, this hole was actually facing upside down. So there was sand pouring out, like right out of the car, onto the floor and out of the car. Anyways, what I do want to show you though, is that I'm making a little bit of progress over here. Basically what's going on is, obviously this is my first time doing this thing, man. I've never done this before. I know it's probably gonna block flow. I don't know what's gonna happen. It is what it is. I'm working on it. There's still some rock left. Got a couple of pieces over here. Got like this, 2 pieces over here. Some pieces lying on the table. What I'm trying to see now is, I made like a little bit of an arch over here. This piece is kind of, I don't know, this was the first one that I worked on. And those pieces that I said were like the pre-made ones from CaribSea, basically I used one over here. So it's kind of like a passageway, I don't know, shrimp, snails, or whatever. They'll probably use that. This one, like maybe some of the smaller fishes, it looks like a little, like a hangout, like a little club. So fish is probably gonna be partying in there. And it actually has, I don't know if I'm gonna keep that opening. I mean, I might end up covering this in some way with something else that's gonna come above. But what you can see over here is this piece that I'm working on. I am limited by how big these pieces can be before they go into the tank. And the reason for that is that we have this middle pillar column that runs straight down the center of the tank. So we got to make sure whatever we build, we're able to put it in, and then maybe we can make a connection afterwards, although it's going to be difficult as heck. So I don't know if we're going to do that or not. We don't want to exceed this height, and we don't want to exceed this width over here. So this is like my measurement, like standard right now, what's over here. So the one on the right over here can't go wider, can't go higher because of corals, and width because we got to get it into the tank. This thing is getting a bit too chunky. Here, let me give you a couple of swoops so that you could see like from angles what this thing looks like. Like based on the swoops here, I tried to keep like the negative space and stuff. Like you can see, you know, like fishes could swim through there. They could go under here. You know, they got the little cave thing going on over here. They can swim through here. They can go through this thing over here. I don't know, man. This thing's kind of bulky. I feel like the rest of the rocks I got remaining, like I'm just gonna have to chop them up a bit. Anyways, that's where we're at right now. So like I said, I have no flipping clue what the hell I'm doing, all right? We're just doing this as we go. It's a freestyle. There's rocks that are probably gonna be blocking flow. This is probably gonna end up being too big to fit in the tank anyways. Sand's just pouring all over the place. This is a budget build. We don't know. We'll deal with it as it happens. All right, so it's the next day. And guess what I was doing? Guess what I was doing? I don't know what the hell I just said. Guess what I was doing? I was chopping up the rock, just like I said, right? Stuck to my promise. Doing it. So basically you can see over here, I mean I got a bunch of them cut up over here. Kept one out just so that I can show you. Taking a screwdriver, flathead screwdriver over here, and this hammer, beautiful pink hammer. Very beautiful hammer here. Finding the fault lines in the rock, so you know, like find like 2 or 3 holes kind of in a row, and then create like a straight, you know, edge angle, and then start hammering away, and then you end up with something like this, like a nice you know, relatively flat piece. And then this could be like a shelf or something, you know, it could just sit out, hold coral, or we could use it as part of an underpass or something. This is probably the last piece I'm working on, so I just wanted to show you. But I'm probably going to be cutting this way so that I end up with 2 pieces. As you can see, I've got it kind of lodged in there already. I'm trying to do this with just one hand so that you can see me doing this. Oh, I'm putting my body weight into the next one. Ugh. Boom shakalak. There you go. Got a shelf and a little something else. But anyways, that's that. Hot as heck outside. I'm gonna end this video over here, but next video probably gonna show you some of my pets. Yeah, we'll show you that. Finish off the aquascape, and we'll probably do the RODI system, to be honest. Probably gonna be a total fail, just like everything else is so far. No, I'm joking. We're doing pretty good, I think, for a budget build. So we'll walk you through it, and thanks for watching.